This is TWiT.
This is a very big story, and I think very important. We've been debating back and forth over that Bloomberg story about Supermicro. The audit is complete, including servers supplied to Apple. No spy chips found. Reuters reports that Supermicro today advised its customers of the result of a third-party audit. They told customers today an outside investigations firm had found no evidence of any malicious hardware in its current or older model motherboards. So, I mean, we've been waiting for the other shoe to drop on this story, and it happened just a couple hours ago.
Yep.
Nardello and Company, a global firm, tested samples of motherboards in current production versions that were sold to not only Apple but Amazon as well. That were the ones that prompted the Bloomberg story. It also examined software and design files without finding any unauthorized components or signals being sent out.
Yeah, you kind of knew that was going to be the result when you realized that in the couple of weeks after this news broke, nobody else had anything corroborative or supportive that they were able to report after it. And it's not just the idea that, hey, well, gosh, this is news to us. Let's grab one of these motherboards and have one of our forensics guys, one of our forensics people take a look at it to find it. It really is. It shakes out of the tree a lot of other stories that a reporter might have picked up on but didn't see the significance of at the time, or a conversation that now seems to be important in retrospect, and nobody had anything after that. So that's the next phase of this is, where did you get this story from? How did Bloomberg okay it for publication? And
why didn't they retract once all these other organizations were?
I think they're just trying to skip the cycle. You know, they're just hoping that there's enough other news that's going to come up that they can just kind of step over it and skip the cycle. But these articles are going to keep coming out until they retract. You know, this is an article. You know, we're finishing our report on one that I bought in 2015.
Oh, you actually are analyzing your Elemental.
We tore it apart. Yeah, we tore it apart. So we're going to be posting something. And, you know, they're going to keep on getting more and more data. And the thing is that Bloomberg just wants this to go away. It is incredible. It was potentially very damaging to Supermicro. I mean, this is the kind of thing that could end a company, you know. And so for them to be as loose as they were with the data and have everything, I mean, this is a good example. Everybody anonymous. I get that it was important that no one knew, but I mean, you're putting yourself in all kinds of danger when no one wants to put their name on it, you know. And I think that it was sloppy reporting, and these guys have had issues in the past. I think that it damages the Bloomberg brand, and I think that they were just trying to. You know, they're trying to sidestep it. I think they just think it'll go away, and it's just not going to go away. I think at some point you're going to see Apple and Amazon and other press them again. They have to, you know, figure this out. And I think that we have to think about whether those reporters should be doing this again.
Well, and in the Reuters story, they quote Supermicro saying the company is reviewing its legal options.
Yeah. Yep. Bloomberg probably has really good insurance, but it might have limitations to the sort of due diligence that Bloomberg is expected to perform before going with the story in order to get the payout. So I'm going to follow this story because it's going to be an interesting tale of exactly how far a publication can stick its neck out without and still feel as though it's okay for us to move forward, because what's the worst that can possibly happen to us? And I think we're going to find out the worst that can possibly happen to Bloomberg.
Mm-hmm. And the danger is not going to be the actual findings of the lawsuit. The dangers for Bloomberg are going to be the discovery and the depositions and the emails and the, you know, where, you know, did they try to cover this up? Did they, you know, try to slow it down? Where do they, you know, all of that stuff, all that investigation is going to be incredibly damaging for them, and it's going to draw out over years. When what they needed to do was, when they realized they were in trouble, they needed to back away.
Exactly. This is such a trust thing. Like especially news organizations, they rely on the trust of their readers, and when something comes to light that might not have been right, even if you're not ready to retract or say that we were wrong, making a statement that, you know, we have reason to believe that we don't have the exact correct information. We're going to do some research and follow up with it. And Bloomberg just kind of remained silent in that, which I think is the biggest danger to their reputation, is that now that that we see what they did with this news article, what are they going to do in future articles when it comes to light that the information may not be right, and we can't even trust anymore now if somebody is to accuse them of not having correct information, because we see under this circumstance specifically that when they were accused of not having the correct information, they did nothing. So it's a very, very dangerous situation for Bloomberg to be in right now with their reputation.
Well, I think it's going to be hard for them to have any big blockbuster breakthrough scandal that they could cover again for quite some time, because everything is going to be going through this filter.
But even if it's not a scandal, even if it's just literally, some company just says Bloomberg lied about, what they saw, even though they have pictures of it when I was walking down the street, now their reputation is at stake, and therefore that calls into question everything that they report on.
I just don't get it. I mean, they worked on this for more than a year. They had, internal oversight. I don't understand how it happened. And I hope that they would step forward and say, well, here's what happened. They need to do a postmortem, and they need to make it public.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. Here's how it happened. Here's why we believed it was good to go with this story. It is they're not unbelievable because they are legitimate. I mean, they're highly respected.